Hey y'all, so today I film a makeup tutorial featuring the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette, and I've been waiting a really long time to film a video using this palette, so I'm really excited about it. And this is the look that I came up with, so I really hope y'all enjoy the video. I'm terrible at intros, so let's just get into the tutorial. Okay, so I already have my eyelids primed. I have just a bone color shadow to set the primer, and I have half of my wing liner done, so I know I probably look crazy right now. I go ahead and do my wing liner first before I start with my eyeshadow, so that way if I mess up on it, I can just wipe it away and start over without having to wipe away shadow after I've worked so hard for my eyeshadow, and then I start with my wing liner and then I mess up. It's easier for me, so I'll do part of my wing liner, I go in, I do my eyeshadow how I want it, and then once I'm completely done with my eyeshadow, then I'll go back over the wing liner to make it darker and make it look nice and neat. So today, finally doing a video with the Jaclyn Hill palette. I actually filmed myself doing a tutorial the other day with this palette, and at the end I didn't like the way it looked, so now I'm starting over, and hopefully this will turn out better. The first shade I'm going to go in with is this one right here, and it's called Pooter, and I'm going to start with that in my crease. Okay, so now that I've got that built up in the crease, the next color I'm going to go in with is this one right here. It's called Buns. I'm going to build that up in the crease as well with the same brush. This is a Morphe M433, and these shadows are great. They're very pigmented. I love Morphe shadows. So as you can see, this shade it's really built up in the crease and really on the outside of my lid. I really want a lot of that color in there to give it that smoky look. So the next shade I'm gonna go in with is this one right here, and it's called Roxanne, and just gonna take that same brush. And this one, I'm keeping it lower. I'm not taking it as far out as those first two shades. And I'm just building this on the outer corner of my lid and the lower part of my crease. So now I'm going to take a Morphe M513 brush, and I'm going to take the shade right here. It's called Jax. I love the names that she has for her shades. They're really cute. And this shade, I'm going to really build it on the outside corner of my lid. So as you can see, I'm really building up this Jax color on the outside corner of my lid, keeping it low in the crease and in the corner. So now I'm going to take that first brush that I used, I'm not going to add any color to it, and I'm just going to blend the outside of the the eyeshadow that I've got going. Okay, and now for the lid, I'm gonna take this color right here. It's called Crayon Apple. And I think these shimmery shades that she has in the palette work best with applying with your finger opposed to using a brush. So I'm just going to take that on my finger and apply it to the lid. As you can see, it's really pigmented. This is a really pretty color. Okay, now that we've got that that shade built up on the lid, I'm gonna go back in with Jack's and just blend a little bit more of that on the outer corner of the lid. So I like to just go ahead and do all my face makeup and then add lashes last. Okay, so for my face, I'm going to use the Nivea Post Shave Balm for a primer. So for my foundation today, I'm going to use the Loreal Infallible Pro Glow Foundation. And this is the shade 204. So next I'm going to go in with the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, and this is the shade Light Medium. And I'm using a Real Techniques sponge to blend all this out. So I didn't like the way that the inside of the corner of the eye looked, so I went ahead and went in with my blending brush. I didn't add any product to it, and I just blended the crease color and the lid color in together into the inside corner of the eye to give it a different look. I didn't like the way it looked before, so I just blended that in the inside of the corner, and then once I'm done with the rest of my face makeup, I'm going to add a different shade to the right here to the tear duct, and I think that will make it look better. So now that I've got the foundation and concealer on, I'm going to take the Coty Airspun powder, and I'm going to use that to set my face, and I'm going to bake my under eyes.
What are you doing? Huh? Oh, man. You look gorgeous.
Are you done working?
Yeah. I'm gonna go to the gym at 2.
No.
I'm sorry. I gotta go put some mark in. You know. Hey people.
Stop it.
I'm Dylan.
Stop it. Are you gonna wait for me?
Right now?
We saved you a Cinnabon thing, Dylan, because we know how much you like.
I love you.
So for bronzer, I'm going to use the Benefit Hoola bronzer, and I'm going to use a Morphe R2 brush. And for my blush, this is new. I have the Sephora Colorful Blush, and this is in the shade Too Hot. And this is brand new. I just recently bought it, and I think it's a really pretty color. So I'm excited to use this for the first time. And I'm going to be using a Morphe E4 brush. You know what? I think this shade is too orange for this look. So I'm just gonna blend it out. Kind of mute that down. I'm gonna try to blend that blush away because I think that was just too orange for this burgundy look. So instead, I'm gonna go in with the Milani Baked Blush Rose d'Oro. So hopefully that didn't ruin the look. I really did like that blush though. I think that's a really pretty color, and I think it will be really pretty for fall, but I just think with this eye look, it didn't look right. Okay, I think that blush looks a lot better with this eye look. So now highlighter. So this is exciting. This is something new that I got. This is the Smashbox Spotlight palette that Holmes did. So I'm really excited to be using this. Brand new, just got it, and I love Holmes, so this is really cool. I'm using 2 beauty influencers products in this video, Jaclyn Hill and Holmes, so that's cool. But yeah, I've been wanting this for a really long time, and I just got it. This is the Spotlight Gold palette, and I'm gonna use this as a highlighter for today. I'm just gonna use this one right here. Let's see how that looks. Okay, I think this one might be like too dark to show up, considering I have all this bronzer and blush on. So I'm gonna try this first one. So I'm just gonna dust a little bit of that on my forehead. Gonna go down the nose. on the chin. Yeah, it's a really pretty highlighter. Not that I didn't like that first color that I picked out. I think that's a really pretty color too. I think it was just too dark to be really like popping on my bronzer like I wanted it to. So on my Cupid's bow, just kind of all over. Why not? I mean, we're going for the glow, obviously. That was something nice and new to try out. I'm gonna take this first shade right here. It's called In Light, again from the Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm gonna put that on the inner tear duct, and that is really gonna make the eyes pop. That In Light color, like, do you see this? Do you like? Wow, this is like bam in your face. So for my brows, I'm just gonna use the Loreal Brow Stylist Plumper. Okay, so this brow is looking a bit thicker than this one, so that's annoying, but I can't. I'm gonna put a little bit of that In Light color on the brow bone for a brow bone highlight. So for lashes, I'm gonna use the Ardell Demi Wispies. Okay, so I've got the lashes on. These are probably one of my absolute favorite lashes that I've tried, and they're Ardell. They're from the drugstore. They're pretty affordable, and these are the Demi Wispies, and they're really pretty. I'm just gonna add a little bit of shadow on my lower lash line. I'm gonna first take that shade Pooter. And just blend that on the lower lash line. Then I'm going to take Roxanne and I'm going to add that on the lower lash line as well. And I'm just adding this to the outer half of the lash line. I'm not bringing it all the way in, because I really like how with that In Light on the inner corner, I like how it's really opening up the eyes. So I'm just going to leave this shadow on the lower lash line on the outside half. I'm just going to keep this eyeliner on the outer half of the waterline. You're leaving? What time is it?
1 p.m.
Okay, and finally for a lip color, I'm going to use the Loreal Infallible Pro Matte Gloss in the shade Statement Nude. Okay, and this is the final look. I really hope y'all enjoyed it. I really liked the Jaclyn Hill palette. I'm definitely going to be using this a lot. The shades, I mean, the shade range in this palette is just great. You have every color you could possibly... I just dug my finger into this eyeshadow. Hey, and here's the final look. I really hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye!